Have you ever thought about temperature? Have you ever thought about heat? In its day, do you think this train would have moved without heat? Your body feels warm to the touch. Why is that? What exactly is heat? Temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness of an object. Temperature is a measure of the average motion of an object's particles. It is measured in degrees Celsius, degrees Fahrenheit, or using the Kelvins scale. Temperature and heat are connected. Heat is the flow of energy between objects with different temperatures. Thermometers have been a crucial invention, which have helped us in a variety of areas in science. The first thermometers were called thermoscopes. Galileo Galilei invented a rudimentary water thermoscope in 1593, which for the first time allowed temperature variations to be measured. Gabriel Fahrenheit invented the first alcohol thermometer in 1709 and the first mercury thermometer in 1714. The Celsius or centigrade temperature scale is divided into 100 degrees. The Celsius scale was invented by Swedish astronomer Anders Celsius, 1701 to 1744. The freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius and the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Think about all the ways that you can heat something up. Heat can be made in many ways. One way is burning. Here, chemicals of the burning object change into other chemicals and release energy in the process. Heat can also be made by friction or rubbing. But what is heat? Heat is related to thermal energy. Thermal energy comes from the movement of tiny particles inside all matter. All solids, liquids, and gases are made up of small particles such as atoms and molecules. These particles have kinetic energy and are constantly moving. When these particles move more quickly, the amount of heat energy increases. James Prescott Joule studied the nature of heat and established its relationship to mechanical work. He laid the foundation for the theory of conservation of energy, which later influenced the first law of thermodynamics. The derived unit of energy or work, the joule, is named after him. Heat flows from warmer objects to cooler objects. Since heat is a form of energy, it is measured in joules, or sometimes in calories. Energy can only be transferred or changed from one form to another, not created or destroyed. Lord Kelvin took the whole temperature process one step further with his invention of the Kelvin scale in 1848. The Kelvin scale measures the ultimate extremes of hot and cold. Kelvin developed the idea of absolute temperature. Absolute zero is the lowest possible temperature, where nothing could be colder and no heat remains in a substance. Absolute zero is impossible to reach. By international agreement, absolute zero is defined as precisely 0 K on the Kelvin scale, which is a thermodynamic absolute temperature scale, and minus 273.15 degrees Celsius on the Celsius scale. The reason has to do with the amount of work necessary to remove heat from a mass, which increases substantially the colder you try to go. To reach 0 kelvins, you would require an infinite amount of work. It is early August and it's about 26 degrees out here, and I think it's time for me to cool my molecules. Not absolute zero, but tastes good.